So in our previous classes, we have seen how to use filter stage and remove duplicate stage. Today, we will try to understand how to use a sort stage, which is another processing stage used to sort the data based on key columns again. So while sorting means arranging the data in a certain order. So how we would like to arrange the data, that is what we can implement using sort stage. I'm taking a new parallel job. So let me take new parallel job. Okay. I'm adding my palette to the window. Here in the processing stage, you can see the sort stage. Processing tab, there you can see the sort stage. This is the sort stage, which is used to sort the data. So this is going to use to arrange the data in certain order based on the key columns again. So how, on which basis you would like to sort the data, that is what we can implement through that. Let me give some understanding on sorting the data. I'm opening an Excel where already some sample data is available. So here I do have some data having columns name, department, employee code, and salary. Now I would like to see who is having maximum salary. So how we can able to do that? If we arrange this one from highest salary to lowest salary, then my first record is going to tell the person who is having highest salary, right? So in Excel also we can do the sorting. Let me do here and show you how to sort. Later we'll see the same function through Datastage. So here I selected this particular column, which means since I would like to sort the data based on salary. So my salary is going to be my key column. So I'm selecting salary column and here I'm asking sort from largest to smallest. Then it is asking while doing this sorting, would you like to change the other three columns as well? Right. That's the reason I expand the section. I selected the same one, expand the section, and if I click on sort, that is going to arrange my data from largest to smallest. So this is the name who is having highest salary, and the salary is 380. 380. So to implement the same thing through Datastage, we also need to give the key column like how we pick the salary over here. Let's implement the same thing. And one more thing is we can also sort the data not only based on one particular column, but we can sort the data based on n number of key columns. If we add more keys, then it will sort the data on those levels. Like for example, if I do have another entry, suppose this is Aruna. Okay. So with Aruna, I do have 3 records. So, and this Aruna is having some 280 and this Aruna is having some 200. Okay. If I sort the data based on salary, but say suppose I take the employee code. Okay. Employee code is nothing but employee number over here. So, here, all the 3 rows which are of Aruna name is having same employee code. That means all these 3 records belongs to a single person who is Aruna. But we are getting 3 salaries over here. Say suppose here we also do have year. In 2024, her salary is 380. In 2023, her salary is 280. And in 2022, her salary is 200. So in this way, if I select on salary and do the sorting from largest to smallest, that is not going to give me appropriate result because Aruna been repeating 3 times and all the 3 will go to my output, which is not a good way to load the data, because here main intention is we would like to know what is the highest salary of a person. Since Aruna name and employee code is same for all the 3 records and 3 entries are there, in that case, how we need to do the sorting is we need to do the sorting on both the columns, employee code and salary as well. So salary need to be from highest to lowest and employee code also need to be sorted. Then how we are going to get the data is, say suppose here the uh, we are grouping the data first and then we are sorting the data. First, we will group the data based on employee code. Then we will sort the data based on salary. That is going to give us a fruitful result because that is going to tell us exactly what is Aruna's maximum salary or Aruna's latest salary. And then we also can able to calculate who is getting the maximum salary based on the latest records. So while performing the sorting, we need to sort the data based on all the available key columns. That is also completely dependent on the requirement. It can be a single column or it can also be multiple key columns. So we should be in a position where we need to make the decision how the sorting need to be done. Let's continue to make a simple job. So at first we'll try to implement using a single column. Later we will increase the number of key columns and we will see how to make use of the same sort stage. Also through the sort stage, now we can implement two primary things. One is sorting the data. Other one is we can remove the duplicates as well. So here Aruna Bin came 3 times, right? So we can pick only the latest one through the sorting. That means we can sort the data. Apart from sorting the data, we can also delete, we can also remove the duplicates which are available in my data. So apart from remove duplicate stage, we can also implement the same task using sort stage as well. Many a times it will be asked like through how many ways we can implement remove a duplication action. So using through 2 stages we can implement. One is remove duplicate stage, other one is sort stage. I will show you how to remove the duplicates as well through the sort stage. So now we are going to see 3 things. One is sorting the data using a single key column. Other one is sorting the data using multiple key columns. The third thing is removing the duplicates using sort stage. These 3 things we will see today. So first let me see the data to use in the job. Rajendra, can you go on mute, please? So I have prepared a blank file called employee.txt. I'm making a folder over here with sort name. And I'm copying this employee.txt to the sort folder. Now let me add the data. This is my name. This is employee code, then salary and year. I'm just adding some background data. So I have come up with sample data. Now I'm reading this data through a sequential file first. I'm closing this one. Since my data is resided on a file, I'm taking a sequential file stage, which is my source. Again, I'm saving the processed data to another sequential file, which is my target file. Now I'm adding the links. Right click on the stage, drag the link to the next stage, then you will get a link. Now give the names. So this is my employee data, right? So sequential employee. Then this is link to sort. This is sort stage, sort salary. and this is linked to target, and this is sorted data, sequential sorted. Okay. Now we are done with skeleton part. So let me save my file first. I'm saving in March folder with name demo sort. I'm done with sorting my, saving my job. Now let's do the plugins. I'm opening my sequential employee. Okay. So the main things that we need to take care over here is adding the file path. Let's copy the file path where we have added our file. I'm placing it over here. Then what is my file name? Employee.txt. So go there and add the same name, employee.txt. Then first line is not column name, so false is correct. Then go to the format. Final delimiter is end only. Actual delimiter is pipe. So I'm adding pipe symbol over here. Quotation is none. So now let's add the columns. The first column is employee name. Second column is employee ID, followed by salary and year. Now let's add the SQL types. Employee name is character, employee ID is integer, salary is again integer, and year is again integer. All are integers only. So we are done with adding the three main plugins for a sequential stage. We have added the file path and file name. We have taken care the first line is column names or not. We have added the formatting details, and then we also added the metadata. So let's try to view the data and see if we can able to retrieve the data through the connection or not. So the data is plugged in successfully. So let's move the next one. So here, how we would like to sort the data. First thing is we would like to sort the data based on salary, right? So my key column could be salary. And how I would like to sort the data in descending order. So here, descending. So now what it is doing, it is sorting the data in descending order. But go back to my file and see how the data is. Every time there is no possibility to check the complete data because data will not be in this much small size. So how we can figure out the issues and how we can go and fix all them thing is while doing the testing, we can able to get those details like duplicates are there in my data or not, or else how are we getting the sorted data or not, is there any issue on the data. Everything is going to be known through the testing. Here, since we do have very less number of records, yes, we can able to decide the things. 1 second. So here, even though if I sort the data, it will not give me correct result because I do have duplicates. So how I can able to say that there is a duplicate means the employee number is my key column, right? So if employee number is repeating, that means we do have duplicates, right? So we also need to sort the data based on employee number as well. So we also need to add the employee number, but that we will see post this execution. First, we will try to understand how to add the sorting using a single key column. Sorry, here we have not mapped the output. So we need to drag the things to the right side. I want all the columns, so I mapped all the things. So this is the only thing that we need to take care. What is your key column? How you would, what action would you like to perform? And what is the order of sorting that you would like to implement? I would like to add the salary sorting in descending order so that highest salary should be at first place. Okay. Now I added the mapping as well. Now let's plug in the target file. So here I'm giving the path, then I'm adding the file name, sorted salary.txt. Okay. I don't want first name as column name, so I kept it false only. I want delimiter as pipe symbol. and quotation as none. That's all. We are done with the plugins. I'm compiling my job. Now I'm executing the job. So all the 9 rows came to my final file. So let me open and check. See here, my data is sorted. The highest salary came first, followed by next highest salary, third highest salary. Likewise, all my data not sorted. See, after 15,000, we get, okay, sorry, this is 1800, not 1000. Okay. We get all the data in a descending order. So that's completely fine. It is executed as expected only, but there is an issue with the data now. What is that one? I would like to have only one record per each employee, and I would like to get the latest record. I don't want any duplicates in my data, which is being sorted and saved to my target file. How I can able to do that is by adding 2 more functionality to my existing job. One is I also need to take care of sorting the data based on employee code so that all my 101 employee related data will come at one place. Then I will take the highest salary or I will take the latest record. In these two ways, I'm going to calculate the highest salary for each person. So I need to group the data first based on my employee number. How I can able to perform that is adding one more key column to the sort and removing the duplicates. So before salary, first I need to add one more key column. First, I need to sort the data based on employee ID. And then I need to sort the data based on salary. And I don't want the duplicates. So my allow duplicates should be in false. Then it is going to give the first record. So this is how we can remove the duplicates. After adding the sort keys, so I have added employee ID to be sorted in ascending. That means first the smallest employee code will come. Later, it will be sorted based on salary in descending order. Then I am keeping the allow duplicates as false. That means it is going to remove the duplicates. If I keep allow duplicates as true, then this will sort based on these two things. First, let's see what is the outcome of this one. Then we will keep this option as false and see how the data is going to be arranged. I compiled and executing. So let me open the file. See, now the data is sorted, but even though 20,000 is less than 25,000, it came at first itself. Why? Because I have sorted the data based on 2 columns. One is my employee ID, other one is employee salary in descending order. I sorted the data on employee ID in ascending order. That's the reason 101 came first, followed by 102, 103, 104, 5, 6, 7. So wherever I do have duplicates, all those came at a single place. If you see, dogs and apples are the employees which have duplicate records, and they have sorted at a single place, even though salary 20,000 is less than the 25,000. So that's how we can group and sort the data using sort stage. We can add n number of keys, but that is completely dependent on the requirement, how it should be sorted. We need to first check the data, whether it is giving meaningful output or not, whether it is giving needed outcome or not. So now I want to retain only the first record, right? So now let's keep the allow duplicates as false and see how the data is coming. And we also need to take a stable sort as true. If you see, when I click on this allow duplicates, here you get some information. If it is false, that means we are not allowing any duplicates. But it specifies that if multiple rows have identical key values, only one row is retained. If my stable sort is true, then the first row is retained. So here my stable sort option is true. That means in this particular data, here, if my stable sort is true, then this record is going to come to my output. If stable sort is false, then the second record is going to, or the last record is going to pop up in my output. Now let's execute the job and see how it is going to come. Stable sort is true and allow duplicates is false. Allow duplicates false means we are not allowing any duplicates. Clicked on OK. I compiled. Whenever we did some change on the job, it is a must practice that we need to compile it. If we do not compile, then the changes will not be saved. I still see 9 records. Why? Because it is considering this one as duplicate if everything is same. That's the reason we still have the data. Let me try to add one more record and show you how that sorting is working. Say suppose I have the whole thing again as is. Now my input is having 10 records. Now let me compile and execute. So now the duplicate is removed. So how sort stage is considering a record as a duplicate is, if each and every column has same value, then only it is treating that record as a duplicate record. Okay, so that's the reason in the previous run, the sorted, even though we kept the allow duplicates as false, that has not removed any duplicate records, but it is taking everything. So now we see Apple 2 records, even though I do have 3 Apple records, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 rows are there with Apple name, but only one record is removed because the sort stage is considering all the columns must be same to consider a record as a duplicate record. So sort stage is going to remove the duplicates on the case only when all the columns have same data. And it can able to perform the sorting using single or more than one key columns. But key column is a mandatory one to add on here in the sorting section. We can sort the data in 2 ways, either ascending or descending. We can apply the sorting not only on the integer type of columns, but still we can apply on character type of data as well. So these are the things that we need to know on sorting stage. Still, there are couple more advantages are there on sort stage. But to understand those things, like here you can see create cluster key change column, create key change column. So to understand what these options are going to help, we should know the partitioning and sorting techniques. Monday, Sunil is going to explain about sorting and partitioning techniques. Post that, I will explain how to make use of these two options. So for now, let's make it simple and get the basic functionality of sort stage. So this is going to sort the data based on the key columns that we are going to provide in the settings or in the configuration. We can add at least one key column. It is up to us. If we can add more number of key columns, still we can add on to the configuration. We can apply the sorting on both integer and character type of data types. And we need to take care on the mapping and keys. That's all. These are the things that we need to consider while using the sorting stage. If you would like to add one more key, then select this section and click on this one. Okay. If we would like to sort the data, which is case sensitive and case insensitive, then we need to use this case sensitive, which is going to be added. So these are sub options which are available over here. Say suppose there are null values in your data, then we can sort the data to have null values first, followed by the next value. Say suppose there is one employee who just joined and there is no salary allocated for him or her, then that should come at last based on the values. In such case, we can also do this setting where the null position should be at last, so that those null values be added to the last section of my data. So that is how we can add the sub properties. But first we need to select the main property. For example, I would like to a key, then I need to select this sorting keys, then only I can able to get the key. If I would like to add null values to any of the key, then I need to select the key column for which I would like to add null's position or case sensitive or sort as epsilon. Okay. Hope this is clear on sorting stage. Now let's try to understand one more processing step. So let's try to understand funnel stage. To understand funnel stage, first, what is the main purpose of this funnel stage is it tries to funnel the data. That means, and one more thing here is sort cannot support more than one output link. Whereas, yes, in our previous class, which is filter stage. So filter stage accepts single input and multi output links, whereas sort stage accept one input and one output link. There cannot be more than one output link. If I try to add a link also, it is giving an error saying that no output, no more than one output link is allowed for a sort stage. Okay. So what is the purpose of funnel stage? It is going to funnel the data. Funnel means it is going to add the data. So for this funneling stage, we can have n number of inputs. Minimum two inputs must be there. To funnel the data, minimum two inputs must be there, and the output is going to be only one. So one output and multi inputs are needed for a funnel stage. I'm just adding one of the links. So the link should not be with same name, right? That's the error it is giving. So it is going to accept more than two or more than two links. Funnel is going to accept two or more than two links and one output link. So what it is going to perform is it is going to add the data which is available in this file, in this file, and in this file to a single file. Say suppose I do have class one, class one marks, class two marks, class three marks. Likewise, I do have, or else class 1 section A marks, class 1 section B marks, or class 1 section 3 marks. Then I would like to have a single file for my complete class. Then I can do funneling of all the three files where I can save complete data on a single file. So the main purpose of funneling stage is to combine the data from multi sources to a single target. And the first and foremost condition which is need to be satisfied to make use of funnel stage is the metadata which is available in all these three links must be same. So here, if I do have 5 columns, say suppose how many columns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So even on the below links also, we should have only 4 columns and the names also must be in sync. If the names are not in sync, then we could not able to funnel that data to the target. Okay, let's take a simple example and see how to do it on a fresh parallel job. So let me go back to the folder and add some sample data. And let me explain few more things on the funnel data. So this annotation is something where we can add notes, my job. In real time, these things are used to describe about what job is doing. Say suppose I have developed a job, but a few months later I moved from this particular team to another team. Then there is some change occurred to the job which I developed. That means another person is going to take up the same job and do apply some changes on the job. Then to give some context for the new user or to the people who are looking into the jobs which are developed by some other people. So for everyone to understand what job is doing, we are going to use these annotations. Let me add few annotations for the created jobs so that it will be easy to understand what's the purpose of those annotations. So here we have created these jobs, right? This is filter job. So my annotation is going to available in general section. Let me drag the annotation. So in general, when you open any job in real projects, so you are going to see these annotations. Here you are going to see job name, demo filter, created date March 10th or March 11th, 2024. Developed by developer Jansi and description. This job pulls data from a sequential file, pulls employee data from a sequential file from units or so on. So from where we are pulling the file and sorting based on department number. Okay. If I give this context, then whoever referring my job is going to get brief details about the job. So this is the purpose of annotations. It is going to give some context on the job which we have developed. Okay. And this is a must need practice where we need to add the things. Say suppose some change happened to this one. Then we also need to maintain change log. So there will be a separate job which is going to be maintained in general. There, how we are going to add the things is we'll take one annotation, keep over there, and we will add the things. What is the CR? CR means change request. What is the ID to apply so and so changes on a particular job? So all those details are going to be added through these annotations in real-time projects. Okay. Now going back to our funnel stage, save this one. There are total of 3 types of funneling techniques are there. Okay. Three types of funnelings are there. One is continuous funnel. Second one is sequential funnel. Third one is based on key column. So let me open the funnel and show you. So here you can see the funnel type. So continuous funnel, sequence funnel, and sort funnel. The last one is sort funnel. These are the 3 types of funnelings that we can able to perform using funnel stage. Funnel means adding the data from multiple sources having same metadata to a single target. So this is the main purpose of funnel. Continuous means it is going to add all the rows at a single time. That means there will not be any ordering happens to the funnel. All the data from input links will be funneled without any order. What is the sequential funnel means? So say suppose in our previous example, we do have 3 input links, right? So out of those 3 input links, I want first the link coming from section A. Then only I want section B data. Then only I want section C data. That means I want to add all the data to a single file, but that should happen in an order. Then we can perform those things using sequential funnel. So there we need to mention the link ordering. Let me show that you through the example. So here I'm taking 3 files and I'm adding the links to my funnel. This is say suppose link 1 of section 1, section 2, section 3. So I want section 1 data as top. Then only I want section 2 data. Then only I want section 3 data in my target. So to do the funneling in an order, then we need to select the funnel type as sequential funnel, sequence funnel. So in this case, we must order the links. So first I want section 1, then only I want section 2, then only I want section 3. Say suppose I want section 3 first, then this should go up. So my 0th link will given to section 3. Then I want section 2. Then this should be moved up. Using these arrow marks, we can order the links so that my 0th link is going to be added at first, followed by 1 label, followed by 2 label. So this is how we can funnel the data in a sequence. And what is sort funnel? Sort funnel means, say suppose we are saving all the sections data, right? But I want highest marks should be come at first. Then I can use sort funnel and I can give the key column. So once I added sort funnel, automatically sorting keys option came over here. See, suppose I use continuous funnel, that option been disabled. Once I'm selecting the funnel type as sort, immediately I'm getting the keys to be determined for that particular sorting. So sort funnel means funneling the data based on a key column. Continuous funnel means funneling the data with no order. Sequence funnel means funneling the data in an order. So these are the three types of funnels that we do have. Let's execute all these three type of funneling techniques using the funnel stage. But before that, let me prepare some mock-up data. I'm taking this data, which is already available in my so just copying this one. New text file. Say suppose this is section A dot exe. Then I want section B, section C. So this is going to be section B dot exe. And this is going to be section C dot text. Okay, now I'm adding the data for my section A. Control A, C. So say suppose this is my roll number, then my marks 499, and this should be my section, section A. I just replaced the sections and now the marks. Sorry. So I do have section A data. Now I'm copying the same data to section B as well. I will change the names. So I'm done with adding the sample data. Now let's see how to do the job. Okay. So here I'm adding the context. This job funnels the class 1 data to a single file. Say suppose this is my section A data. Sequential section A, sequential section B. And sequential section 3. Section C. This is my funnel and I'm keeping one target file. This is my class 1 data. Class 1, which is a sequential file. Let me give this link as link to target. Link to target. So I'm done with the skeleton. Now I'm saving my job. Funnel demo. Saving a job. It is already saved at some place, which is metadata. That's the reason. See here, the file name funnel demo is already in use in some other place in this project. So let me give this one as funnel demo March and March folder. Now let's plug in each stage. Here we need to give path and file name. So I'm copying the file path and placing over here. Then I'm giving section A dot txt. Then delimiter is type symbol, quotations is none, and column names. Now, what are all the column names? Name, roll number, marks, section. Okay. Name, roll number, marks, and section. So roll number should be integer, mark should be integer. Okay. So we are done with adding the metadata. So the same metadata I need to write down 2 times, right? So we can save this metadata and we can import this one as well. So how we can save this one is, first let me click on OK to save it. If I click on view data, I can able to see the data. So the plugin happened successfully. Now, so this is the metadata, right? Here there are only 4 columns. We can easily write down these columns, but in real time, there will be something like around 50 columns or 100 columns, something like that. The number of columns will be very huge in size. So we can't able to write every time all these 50 names or 30 names, any number, right? So to do automatically, first we need to save this metadata. Click on this save. It is asking where to save. Click on OK. Now I am saving the metadata in March folder. Okay. So here it is asking using which name you would like to save. It is responding a little slow. So I am saving it as class 1 metadata. Okay. Now I'm clicking on save. So my metadata been saved now. So from the next time, even though I would like to write down those metadata, there is no need to manually type, but we can import it. First, let me give the section B file path and file name. I'm copying this one and I'm pasting it over here. Then giving the name section B dot txt. And the format is delimiter is pipe symbol, quote is none, and the column. So now there is no need to type. Directly we can click on this load and we can select the metadata. So I have saved in March folder, right? This is the name which we have saved it. So I clicked on that one. It is asking, would you like to import all the columns or not? Yes, I would like to import all the columns. If I don't want all the columns, then I can select the column and using this symbol, I can add on the things. If I want everything, I can click on this one. So this is how we can able to load the metadata automatically once we save it in our repository. Now section C data. I'm adding the file name and section c.txt Now go to the format, delimiter is pipe symbol, quotation is none. Go to the columns. Now again load the columns because all the three having same metadata. Click on OK. I want all the columns. Again clicking on OK. So I'm done with plugging in the sources now. I'm checking whether all the sources can able to connect to their respective files or not. We need to make sure whether section A data is coming in section A or not. Section B is coming in section B or not. All those things need to be verified. So this is my section C data. We are good in these plugins. Now the funnel plugin. So I want to sort the data continuously. I don't want in an order. So then I need to select this continuous funnel. This is the only option which need to be configured. Then we can go to this output section because input section already been added in the previous stages itself. So we are going to have all the three links and all the three links are going to have same metadata. Okay. Now go to the output tab and drag all the columns. Okay. As I told, metadata must be same. If it is not same, I'll show you how it is going to looks like. So say suppose instead of section, I have given section A. My column name is different here from all these three. Then here we are not going to see that section. See, we can able to see only three columns. That means this section is not going to pop up. For funnel to happen, metadata must be same. That is what I'm telling. So for funnel, all the column names must be in sync. Otherwise, we could not able to perform the funneling activity. Now, if you click and see now section came automatically. So this is how funnel works. Now we are done with the plugging in this particular stage. Only thing is we need to select the type of funnel and we need to see the mapping activity. Now let's plug in the target sequential file also. Class1.txt format, type symbol, quotation none. Click on OK, save this one and compile. Successfully compiled. Now execute the job. So my job successfully executed. 9 rows from my section A, 8 rows from section B, and 8 rows from section C. All the rows been funneled. That's the reason here we are getting 25 rows. Let's go back to the folder and see whether we have all the data or not. March funnel. So this is the file which we created now. So we have all the data. But see, A section came here in between and again here it came. B came over here and B came here. So data been not sorted, everything been funneled. Say suppose I first want section A followed by section B and followed by section C. Then I can do using the links. So here a link section 1 link is having section A data, section 2 link is having the data from link section 3. Okay. So let's do the funneling using sequential funnel. Here we need to give the order. So the order is now as needed only. Say suppose I want first section C, then I need to make this one up followed by section B. So that should be second and followed by section A. Now how we are going to get the data is first my section C data is going to come, then section B and then section A. Let's save in a different file name. Sections of class1 underscore sec.txt. I did the changes, so I'm compiling it. And I'm executing. So it is completed. This is the data which is being generated. So even now, the data is not in sorted even though we asked it for a sort. I'll explain the reason. The reason is parallelism of job. So it will be sorted out after selecting this one. go to advanced, go to stage, go to advanced. Here we need to select sequential and we need to execute. I'll explain this tomorrow, why that is being selected. Because even though we have clicked on sequential funnel, the data been not saved in a sequence order, but now it is going to be saved. See, now we see all the section C data at a single place, followed by section B and followed by section A. So I'll explain that tomorrow, and tomorrow we will also see the next type of sort, which is key sorting. Okay, thank you. That is parallelism property of data stage, which is being explained tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.